A big weather pattern shift on the way for the upcoming weekend. Heat, humidity, and even the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms on Sunday. We have first alert days issued now for Sunday and Monday. Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen, let's walk through the forecast here moving ahead. So first alert days in effect for Sunday and Monday. Sunday, heat and humidity and storms. So heat indices maybe exceeding 100 to even 105 degrees in some locations. And then we have strong thunderstorms, and we'll walk through those storm chances on Sunday too. Monday, heat indices nearing 100 degrees in some spots. So issuing the first alert day right now, but if we do see on Sunday maybe our heat indices are closer to 95 to 98 degrees, we will drop that first alert day for Monday. Nothing has changed with our upper level pattern into the weekend. We still have this big high pressure system building out to the west, and then we have what is called the ring of fire taking place across most of the Midwest, and we'll have some shortwave troughs, just these little bursts of energy that will form out kind of on the northeastern half of the high, and that's located right through our region, and that could bring with it that threat for some pretty strong thunderstorms. Now, this pattern kind of lasts through quite some time. This high pressure system really doesn't go anywhere. This is all the way through the following weekend, so through the end of July and into August, we still have this high, and we still have the ridge up above it. Now, we do have some cooling down along the Gulf Coast, so maybe that changes things, but I think we're really looking at some pretty warm temperatures, not just this weekend, but into the following weekend too. So really the next 10 days or so, kind of just hot and humid. From the National Weather Service, some updated alerts for us. And now when you're watching this, if you're watching this video later on, we're taping this Friday afternoon, so by Sunday and heading into Monday, there should be some alerts issued by the National Weather Service, whether it's an extreme heat warning or a heat advisory for those areas in red. But that extreme heat watch in effect for Sunday, extreme heat warnings already issued for areas in pink. That includes a couple of our counties along I-35 going from north to south, Rice, Steele, and then Freeborn counties. This also includes up in Minneapolis for Minneapolis St. Paul and Mankato, that extreme heat warning in effect Sunday and then lasting until 6 a.m. on Monday. Here's a look at some of the heat indices that we could see according to the GFS into the afternoon hours, and just look, I mean, it's really hot and humid through the plains. I've been talking about it in the previous updates here, the previous forecast discussions. I mean, we're ranging anywhere from 100 to maybe across the plains, closing in on 110 to 115 in some locations. So that's why we have those heat alerts in a place for Sunday. Monday, the GFS is still pretty aggressive, keeping us in the low 100s. The Euro's a little different. The Euro has kind of somewhat of a front that moves through, and kind of this is the dividing line between seeing these types of heat indices ranging over 100 to maybe staying in kind of those mid-90s in southern Minnesota. So if you're north of that north of this line, according to the Euro, you're a little cooler on Monday. So that's something that we'll keep an eye on, and if the European model ends up being correct, then we'll adjust the forecast for those alert days for Sunday and Monday. Sunday, definitely an alert day with the heat, humidity, and the storms. Monday could get dropped if we end up seeing some cooler temperatures than expected. In terms of our rain chances here, our severe storm outlook, we have a level 1 risk, a marginal risk. This is late Saturday night, so if you do wake up due to thunderstorms on Saturday night, don't get taken off guard. We're probably not looking at severe weather, but a couple of these cells could be on the stronger side of things, maybe some heavy rain, thunder, lightning, gusty wind, and some small hail. I don't think we're looking at a severe weather outbreak or anything like that Saturday night. Sunday, a little different. We have a slight risk of severe weather. We've been highlighting Sunday the past 2 or 3 days. Storm Prediction Center still with that level 2 risk for Sunday evening and then overnight. I do think it's trending a little later, so we'll see how that evolves here if the storms are weakening as they move towards the I-90 corridor. But pretty much the entire state of Minnesota under that level 1 risk of severe weather on Sunday. So keeping a close eye on things. And again, we'll have the hot and humid conditions on Sunday. In terms of how much energy we have in the atmosphere on Sunday, well, Cape Valley is kind of off the charts in some locations. So definitely a lot of energy in the atmosphere. I'm just not too sure about the lifting mechanism to actually develop the thunderstorm. So just because your atmosphere is ripe for storms doesn't mean that you can overcome a cap, or if you don't have a front or a shortwave trough or wherever that shortwave is at. Kind of depends on where you'll have thunderstorms. But I do think a shortwave will move through, and that's why kind of this general area is under that slight risk of severe weather for Sunday. So hot and humid Saturday. We do have some heat advisories in effect for Saturday. Heat indices about 95 to 99 on Saturday. Low 100s for those feel-like temperatures Sunday and Monday. So first alert days, storm chance Sunday night. Next week, still hot. We're looking at high temperatures in the upper 80s all the way through next Friday.